right? So this is actually kind of an impromptu thing. So I can't remember how it led to this, but basically, since 2009, when this game came out, I made a game with zombies in it for the Xbox 360, like indie games section. I had fell in love with this game, and if I remember correctly, it was my sister came home and had told me about it, that she had played it with her friend and was like, hey, it's only $1. I was like, what? Only $1? Can't be that good. And so I spend $1, buy it, and just basically fall in love with this game that's so simple yet so hard and so interesting. And basically, every now and then I would just kind of Google it, like, man, I do miss that game. And then somehow I must have just been an idiot and not realized it is on Steam for free and has been out for like 2 years. So that's dumb on my part. But seriously, the memories I had playing this game with friends was unbelievable. Like, you load up, it's up to 4 player, and God, is it just a fun little game. Each round, I mean, obviously if you die beforehand, that's it if you run out of lives, but each round, if you can survive to the end, is roughly, like 13 minutes or like 10 to 12 minutes. And it plays this goofy ass song the whole time. I love it. And it goes through different levels throughout the game. It has different enemies, so you start out, okay, I'm just in like a little grassy area fighting zombies, but then it's, okay, there's bigger zombies. And then there's zombies with dynamite attached to them. Then I start fighting these Lego head worm things where you have to shoot the main red head or it won't die. And there's these green jello blobs where when you kill it, it breaks down into smaller blobs. And the big key thing in this game is that anything touches you once, you're dead. There is no, your health goes down. No, like, you cannot let anything touch you. And throughout the game, there is a variety of different weapons that you can basically use temporarily, as long as you have the ammo for it. So there's shotgun, like 3 dots are shotgun. You'll see like a stack of ammo, that's the like high powered automatic. There's the green dot, which is like shoots like a 3-star green pattern. One of, if not the best guns in the game. You can grab the yellow hexagon as a shield. The white lightning in the green hexagon lets you move faster. There's rockets, there's laser beams. I will say the laser beams are my least favorite. I have this weird, even now, where I use the laser beams and it either isn't registering or it's just weird when it works, because I will be shooting an enemy like point blank and stuff and it seems to not work, and so I just don't use it. The rockets are phenomenal, but you really have to kind of time it perfectly and line it up. But my favorite is the 3-star and the flamethrower, because with the flamethrower what you can do is actually spin your character so fast that you're basically, it's like a fire shield. And that's another thing. I play with a controller. I don't know exactly what the controls are on PC on the keyboard, but you just use the left and right stick to, left stick obviously to move, right stick to shoot. As you can see here, how you do the little spin. And I will say, just because you're like in a level, this part, just because you can avoid a part, doesn't mean that you should just not do anything. You want to get a high score, so you need to, like on a part like this, you need to be actively going towards these green cloud meteor things and destroying them. Because there is moments like this where, oh, well, I'm safe, I can just kind of dodge. No, you should be actively pursuing them to try to get the highest score. I wish I could remember what my highest score was on the Xbox 360, but I do remember it was pretty high, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. And, throughout the game, it's, mind you, the guy who made this, selling it for $1, and you can even hear it in the song how, it costs $1. And it's so funny to me how he clearly put enough effort, or a lot of effort, like into making a game that is fun. Like, this is such a perfect, like, hey, you and your, and mind you, this was 2009, I mean, peak fucking Xbox 360. Oh my god, it was just, hey, you and your buddies want to play like a little goofy thing for, 20 minutes or something. Hey, let's just see who can get the highest score. Boom. And, it's just, like, it makes you laugh, and it's just fun. I, just feel like games are kind of missing this now, and I think Black Ops 1 had a game mode kind of like this, but obviously not as goofy, but like an over-the-top shooter that just used the two analog sticks. And I will say, as a precaution, but luckily it's an option that you can change, there is a lot of flashing lights in this, so if you are prone to any kind of like nausea or even epileptic things like that, there's actually a feature where you can tone it down. I'm not sure if you can turn it off fully. Pretty sure there is. So, even that, the guy cares enough to like add in a feature to turn that off and lower it. It's just the little things that count. And on the description on the store page, it says online co-op coming soon. I haven't tested it out yet, but I would hope that by now there is online co-op, because most people, in my opinion, on PC aren't doing local co-op, just because that's not really a thing that you do. And as you can see, like, one thing touches you, you die. Towards the end, the closer you get to the end, the more likely that they drop health, like an extra life. And so, you might be like, oh my god, I'm at 2, but literally, like, the last 2 minutes, they just start dropping, like, where I'll have like 10 health, and it's like, oh well, now I'm not really afraid to die, but I'm just trying to rack in those points so I can get a high score. I would love to know who has the highest score in this game in the world, because I would love to beat it. This is one of those games where I do feel like, man, I really want the highest score. But it's so funny seeing, these classic Xbox 360, because that was something I just missed from the Xbox 360 era. It was like the whole indie market thing, and it was like, dude, you could just find the craziest shit for like 50 cents to $1, like random, like, oh hey, very simple FPS, like competition games, like just cool stuff and puzzle games. And I really wish I still had my original Xbox 360, because I had all these cool indie games, and you can't really get them anymore, which is such an unfortunate thing. And I really wish companies would understand that, like, that was a really cool thing. So I'm glad that at least this game could be, ported to PC and is for free. I've been trying to find every 360 game that is available on PC, and there's not too much, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I had to just talk about this, because this has been honestly one of the most memorable games I've ever played. Like, it was like 2009, and look, it's 2023 and still playing it, or had the urge to play it, because I didn't realize it was on PC and I couldn't get it on 360 anymore. But god, I mean, when I think of when I had it on my 360, I had to have been playing it for at least like 20 hours by the end or more. And mind you, this is a like a 10-minute haha game, but good god, it's just something like, you just like turn a movie on or something, or YouTube, and you just play this, and it just is such a fun vibe, because sometimes, and it's funny that I say this, sometimes, when I play a video game, I am just so tired where I want to play a game, but I'm also like zoned out. And this is weirdly a game where I can play while I'm kind of just zoned the fuck out. Mind you, it's funny because you kind of can't be zoned out because there's so much shit happening, but I had played this game for so long now that I kind of know what to expect, and can just kind of, like, oh yeah, do that, like muscle memory basically on, autopilot mode. And that's also another fun thing, in my opinion, about it. It's funny because if I would have, man, if I would have known about this, I would have probably been playing this weekend instead of Diablo 4. But I'll see if the online co-op works. Man, if it does, oh my god, like, it's free. Get it. Play it with your friends, play it with your significant other, family, whatever. Like, it's so fun. I would recommend, obviously, like I said before, like, you should probably make sure they're not epileptic and shit like that, because this will fuck them up pretty bad. But god, is it just such a fucking funny game. So that'll probably be it for the audio, but yeah, you can see I'll get to the end of the level. So if you've played this, please tell me like your highest score, and I would love to keep like a record of everyone's high scores if they could comment, and then see, you know, if I can beat them, or if the co-op works, we can all do co-op. That would be dope as fuck. So as always, thanks for watching, and seriously, if you have a PC, this is for free. I made a game with zombies in it. Go get it. It's just a fun little neat game. Alright, I'm out.